All right, we're gonna do the Naruto Majora T speaks, but before we do that, I gotta get my bandana on. You know, I'm talking about Naruto. I gotta dress the part. So give me a second. I'm gonna show you how to do this real fast. T style. Look at that, 58 seconds with commentary. How you like that? Granted, you know, it's not perfect, but I like the little bow tie on the ear and a little flap in the back. But that's just me. I want to hear about you. This is Majora T Speaks, and in Majora T Speaks, we hear what the Majora T has to say. I asked you last time, is Naruto hype actually? Let's see what you guys say. All right, so what I did is I filtered for the newest comments and I scrolled to the bottom. Right now, I'm looking at Terry309. He came in first saying, not an anime watcher, so I don't know anything about Naruto. You know, I don't blame you. I wouldn't really call myself like an anime fan per se, but I do watch several animes. In my whole life, I've probably watched like 5 or 6 that are not just cartoons on TV. I mean like Japanese anime. Like I could count them on one hand. Can I? Naruto, Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z, Hunter x Hunter, Gurren Lagann. 2 hands. So 1 and a thumb. D. Credias is not a big Naruto guy at all. I was on the side of the DBZ boys. I respect the franchise, though, just never got into it. Hey, I respect that. I thought you handled that very cordially. It's very easy to come out and say, no, Naruto sucks. I don't watch that. That's for kids. But for sure, I like DBZ growing up, too. You know, that was part of 90s culture, even early 2000s, turning on Cartoon Network and seeing DBZ play. I mean, that's just the life of the us 90s boys. I'm kind of categorizing you in that age group, but anyways, yeah, it's a sign of the times. Even now, DBZ Super is pretty strong and the kids like it. So Sporadic watched maybe 20 episodes with my son a few years back. It was pretty good, but seemed to follow the standard action anime tropes that I've seen in many other very popular anime. I definitely respect it and hope to get back and watch more of it someday. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make the live stream, but I will definitely catch up later. Cheers, brother. Happy holidays. That's what I'm saying. I wish it made the noise, you know, the little duck noise, but you know, that's the best I got for New Year's. For sure, Naruto follows tropes. I can't say it's perfect, but what I definitely appreciated about Naruto was that despite the tropes, everyone was integral in the story. So like, even you got your side characters who are pretty interesting. I like the senseis. I like the students. They practice all types of jutsu, so not all of them are identical. There goes my laundry. We're off to a great start. But you know, it's the professionalism that counts. Cheers, Sporadic. Always appreciate your inputs. The Completionist comes in with that always a great day when we get the return of Majora T Speaks. Hey, keep hyping me up. I appreciate that. I haven't watched any Naruto just simply because its overall length is incredibly daunting, and it might be a while before I give this anime a try. All right, to be fair, I understand that it's long, but I will give you a pro tip right now, having just come off of watching it for the second time. Originally, when I watched Naruto, I had watched it to the halfway point where Sasuke is battling Naruto and then leaves. I watched it again up until that point and everything after, and I realized that nothing that happened after was significant. There was nothing in there that I needed to see. So essentially, I just wasted my entire time watching the whole anime over just to find out that the second half of the series added nothing to the story. I could have just gone to Shippuden back in September when I started rewatching Naruto, which is wild, but you could skip half of the later half of the episodes and not miss anything. It's not like Naruto Shippuden, which has filler, but the filler is a little more important than it is in the original Naruto. I would totally recommend Naruto because of characters and music. The music to me is phenomenal. I like the concept of a shinobi town. BioPhoenix comes in saying, as a teen, I liked it, but much later on, I realized it was just all right. I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people who think it sucks because it's popular, but I also don't think it's amazing as the hardcore fans think it is. It has its good parts, but also some lame parts. But I think that's what you expect from most shows that are really long. Even my favorites like Yu Yu Hakusho and Fist of the North Star, which have lots of episodes, have their slow moments that I tend to skip over. Okay, fair enough. And I kind of got that same gist too, that Naruto has a lot of hype nowadays. And I think even back then, back when it first released, it was hyped. What was this? Late 2000s? It was a little different for us American audiences, especially for the fact that it was being brought over. You know, it is very Japanese. There's kanji in the show. And I like that now. I like watching it and seeing kanji that are entry level because I study Japanese at an entry level. But at the same time, it's definitely catered to audiences that can digest it. So I'm with you. I don't think it's terrible. I think it has slow moments, as you say, but as do most anime. Not all of them are like that. Of course, you got your short ones, but anyways, great comment, BioPhoenix. Appreciate it. Centipede coming in, quoted me, bandanas on, chopsticks out. You know what that means. Cultural appropriation. Yeah, maybe, but whatever. It's more like, appropriating myself. But anyways, in all seriousness, Naruto is a little after my time, so please disregard my presence here. My anime phase didn't last all that long. It's never too late to get back into it, and I don't think Naruto is a terrible place to start, but you have to be willing to commit to it, which is a big thing. I got a few more here, and I lost the filter. I accidentally refreshed the page. Esteban coming in saying, I love Naruto, and now I'm at episode 108 of Naruto Shippuden. Last night I saw 107. Cheer, man. I'm on like the 70s somewhere. I haven't had the time to finish it because One Piece is a life consumer. I will never start One Piece, but I'm very hooked up on Shippuden, watching like 3 episodes a day. Sadly, I have to work Friday, but I'll try to watch the episode later in the weekend. See you soon, buddy. Cheer. See you, buddy. This is where I'm seeing you in my episode of Majora T Speaks. Now, here's the thing, right? Is that it's addicting. It's really addicting to watch Naruto or Naruto Shippuden. Like, once you start one of these longer ones, it's really hard to stop. Well, actually, you could stop, but while you're watching it, one episode is never enough. You always got to click on the next one to see what happens. It's just that, I don't know. It leaves you on the edge with some cliffhangers by the ends of episodes, but it always gives you something to look forward to. And I think that's what I appreciate about Naruto. Dead Thumb Gamer coming in saying, the games are cool. The anime itself, though, I've never watched full episode. I have a few random still sealed season sets and possibly a couple of new inbox episodes. I think that's what NIB is. I don't consider myself an anime fan or collector either. I had no idea this video was going to be about Naruto. Later, T. Now, the games are something I'm looking forward to getting into. I actually have a box copy of a Game Boy Advance version of Naruto, which is absolute trash. I highly recommend you don't play it. But I appreciate the direction that the games are going and that the kids like them. The kids really like Naruto. Even the video games, like for the PS4, it's getting a lot of love. And the anime is getting a lot of love too. I was really surprised to hear that there are 3 seasons of Naruto. And I guess maybe season's not the best way to put that, but installments in the Naruto series, like Naruto, Naruto Shippuden, Naruto to Boruto. super cool. Dragon Ball does the same thing. You have Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super. But I didn't know Naruto was that well developed as far as an anime. So that's, I think, pretty impressive. Got a few more, just light comments. Nerd How to Plays. Great video. Love your content. Have a great Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. And Happy New Year. Silver Music Box. Never got into it, but it's okay, I guess. It's okay. Well, okay enough to have 3 full series worth. But anyways, just some added thoughts about Naruto. What I appreciate about Naruto, watching it now and having watched it before, is that it does come close to home. From the first episode, Naruto is a kid who, has unfortunate circumstances being brought up. And, the show is quite mature in spite of people calling it kiddie. Naruto perseveres against the odds, and he always tries to remain optimistic, but that does not stop the depression and the sadness from hitting him. But I love his spirit, his fighting spirit, his willingness to conquer that. And seeing how he inspires other characters in the show, your Rock Lee, your Gaara, even Sasuke to an extent, even if the response is negative, is inspiring in itself. And all of the characters are something special. It's not to say they're all like superheroes. They all have their flaws. Like Rock Lee doesn't know genjutsu or ninjutsu. He can only do taijutsu, which is physical. And yet he uses that to an edge. Naruto has amazing chakra, but he has no idea how to channel it. So seeing how they work together, the characters, how they work in teams, how it's not just about any one character, how sometimes it's hardly about Naruto at all, is pretty interesting. And even the second half of the series, which I said was filler, it was still fun to watch because I really liked the characters enough to see how they worked in different combinations, which is something the second half of the series did. It's not perfect by any means, but I appreciate Naruto, and I'm looking forward to watching more of it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is what you were waiting for. Don't ask me. I know. Table topics. There's a table right here. Look, I know it. You know it. Table topics is the highlight of this channel. It's what you come back here for. It's my riveting topics and my ability to make a topic out of what seems like nothing. Where other YouTubers fall short, I succeed. And that is in the topics. And today's topic comes out of this game right here, Metroid Samus Returns. And don't jump to conclusions. What I had said previously, if you were watching this in my first episode of Majora T, is that I played this game, I got to the final boss, and then I misplaced my 2DS. And I said, look, I really like this game. It's a lot of fun. I enjoyed my experience killing Metroids and bounty hunting and exploring. But I also thought to myself, would I go out of my way to do it again? To get back to that final boss and to kill it. Just to say I beat the game. And just to see what happens. And in thinking about that, I thought to myself, well, I would replace my 2DS without question. The thing's like $70. Even if I had to spend $100 and get a 3DS, I'd do it. If I had to get another copy of this game, $40, I don't mind dropping the money. But do I really want to invest all that time just to kill this final boss? And the answer to me was surprisingly no. Now, granted, I really like this game. I think what the developers and the creators did here was genius. I think it's a beautiful makeover. But I also don't want to do it. I don't want to spend another 5 to 10 hours going through the maps again and destroying the walls. Well, that's understandable, but there are games that I want to do that for. There are games that I go back and I finish. Even in Metroid Prime, I did that. I never finished the game when I was younger, although I got close. I replayed it again 2, 3, 4 years ago. Talked about it with my man Alex. Finished it. Loved it. This game, not so much. That to me is a drag. And I just don't want to do it. And maybe some of it's timing, but I could tell you that even 5 or 10 years from now, I probably still wouldn't want to do it. I feel like I got the experience from this game. And as bizarre as it sounds, that to me is what separates this game from Metroid Prime. And that's what, to me, makes Metroid Samus Returns a 4 and not a 5. My question for you in today's table topics is, what is the difference? What's the difference between a 4 and a 5? It doesn't have to correspond to my definition. It could be completely different. But I want to know, how do you know when a game earns 4 stars as opposed to 5? So that's it for this week's Majora T Speaks. Looking forward to the next one. As always, be good, Majora T. See you later.